One of the things that I'm starting to see more and more on the internet, as well as articles just on different websites, is this talk and discussion about two big things. One, that AI is slowing down, and the other one, that we're running out of data. I'm here to tell you specifically that both of those things are completely wrong. So a lot of that deals with either misunderstanding of some information, a lack of full information, or simply clickbait. So let's talk about both of these things step by step. The first one deals with data. We're running out of data. I've seen many different YouTube videos or many different articles talking about how, oh no, we're running out of data, that the AIs need more data and they're running out. That's completely made up. The thing is that what they usually mean, at least on a surface level, is that all of the free data might have been mostly used already, right? So the thing is that most AI is pre-trained. So by doing that, that means that these companies had to go out and scrape the internet, right? So they went through open websites that are out there, such as Wikipedia, such as Gutenberg Press, Reddit, all these different places. They went through and just scraped the information, and now they use that for training. Okay, well, so if they've already done that, then now they're running out of data? No, not at all. In fact, most data hasn't been touched yet. Why? Because there's so much more that's out there, but isn't necessarily free. So that's the big difference. Now, more companies, if they want more data, well, now they'll have to pay for some of it, right? Because some of it is password protected, or some of it is put in such a way that it can't just be easily scraped. But even before I get into that, let's take a step back. So if an AI was trained, pre-trained on information, and now it's used up that data, well, guess what? There's new data. There's new free data that's up on the internet. Why? Because there's so much new information that happens every single day. Every single day, hundreds of thousands of new websites are made, millions of tweets are done, billions of emails are done. So there's lots and lots of data, even free data that's available. Again, it has to be rescraped, but we're definitely not running out of data at all. If anything, the research indicates that we're making more data every single day. So we're definitely not running out of free data either, because new data is being created. But now all this other data that's already there that could be used, think of everyone's emails, right? That could be used. It would have to be paid for, it have to be accessed in a different way, but that's available. So are things like Facebook posts, all these things that are maybe instead of public but private, which is a large amount of that is like that. All tweets, all these different social medias, think of all those things that are available. Additionally, what about things like video? Not just the transcripts of the video, but the actual video. Now, thanks to new multimodalities of these AIs, they can go in and actually interpret the information, meaning understand the visuals, understand the audio. And that's just, we're talking about millions and billions of videos that are uploaded every single day from so many different organizations. Of course, YouTube is the big one, but there's plenty of other ones. So there's a lot of data that's happening every day. So there's no way in the world that we are anywhere near to running out of data in any real way. There's so much out there. Telemetry, video, phone calls, Zoom meetings, so much content is there. It's impossible for any AI to ever use all of it. So that's the big part. Don't ever believe that when you hear that clickbait definitely of, hey, we're running out of data, because we're not, and there's no way we possibly could. Every day, so much new data. So that's one big thing. Now, the other thing that's been coming up a lot is talking about, hey, AI is slowing down. It's really slowing down, and the rate of development and new things happening with AI is way down. No, not at all. It continues to continually move in a very fast pace. It's not slowing down in the least bit. Now, I don't want to use the word hype because I think it's very misleading, right? But the talk about AI might have dipped a little bit. Why? Because there was something else really big going on, which was the elections, right? We have the US elections, we have many other countries that are having elections still. So there's a lot of other stuff going on. But there's still been so many different developments going on with AI, it's very hard to even keep up. Now, one news report that came out here recently was talking about the newest version of GPT from OpenAI, it wasn't as big of an increase as we thought it was going to be. So that's being used as a slowdown, right? Well, no, that's not a slowdown. That's just one company that released a new AI, which is really cool, really enhanced reasoning capabilities, but it isn't such a monumental leap as maybe you thought of. But again, that doesn't reflect all of AI. There's still so much going on and so much more is coming. There's reports all over the place about new things coming. OpenAI has specifically come out and said, hey, yeah, we have several different other AI improvements that are coming out soon, and all of that before GPT-5 comes out. So even before we get the full GPT-5, there's still going to be new ones coming out. There's all sorts of developments with many different other AIs that are continuing to come out. Open source has recently released all new stuff dealing with great capabilities there in the open source community dealing with AI. A huge movement is going to be increased capabilities dealing with AI and robots. The Wall Street Journal just released a nice article talking about, hey, really powerful new developments coming out with the brains, the AI capability that we're going to be putting into robots. So that's going to be, again, continuous, huge improvements, lots of developments. But that's not the only thing as far as the AI model improvement. There's so many other aspects to enhancing AI that are constantly being worked on and still being developed right now. Things like changing the architecture slightly that results in huge improvements. Things like inference models, things like improved energy consumption, things like chips that are coming out. Your computer will have AI chips in them. They're already starting to come out. All these different technologies are coming out with the chips built into them. So now the AI is there. It can run faster. It can run locally. So there's lots of developments. There's no slowdown occurring in any way. The other big thing is simply thinking about application. How can we use the AI in different ways? That's a huge improvement in itself as well. When we talk about a great, powerful AI out there, which is the Google Notebook LM, well, that's not a new AI. That is Gemini. Gemini is in the background there of their Notebook LM. It's just a cool new application in that it puts together different things, meaning that it writes a script based off of your source and then uses a multimodal AI to create voices, and then it gives you this podcast, right? So very powerful in what it can do, but then that's just an application, a new way of thinking of how can we put these things together to make it that much more impactful and usable. So there's a lot more of that as well. So there's many different levels, many different ways that AI is continuing to improve and will continue to improve for the foreseeable future. And again, it's not slowing down in any way. It's just continuing to develop in many different ways. So there's lots for us to think about, lots for us to keep on top of. And again, don't worry about it. Don't let that stress you out. Yes, things will change, but we have to be okay with that. Channels like this, other YouTube channels, other great different websites, Brian Alexander's website, Future Transform, all many different types of resources there where you can get this information slowly, start to understand what it is. Make sure that you're part of a community. I would strongly suggest that you subscribe to this channel. Put comments in the comments, respond to other people's comments, be part of a growing community. Go on LinkedIn, get this information so that you're slowly getting what's going on with AI so that you can stay on top, so that you can understand different ways to apply it, different ways to improve the academic experience for everyone. Because together we can definitely solve all these different issues, and we can use AI for the power that it is, developing everyone's AI literacy and then improving. So having said all that, I want to make sure that you don't get sort of deceived by some of these clickbait titles or some of these different articles coming out that don't give you all the information. So no, we're not slowing down in any way dealing with AI development. And two, we are definitely not running out of data in any way. So it's all there for you. We'll continue to develop and get through this together. And remember, learning is for life.